Okay, in the instructional videos that you guys are getting, he is obviously talking about a different version of Adobe Photoshop CC. He is dealing with Adobe Photoshop CC 2015, which was 3 years ago, and things have changed. They tend to get easier and not harder, which is a good thing. But so I'm going to kind of update you on what he talks about with selecting and refining a mask. When he's talking about a mask, he's got the selection on the mask, and then he comes on up to select, and he goes down to refine selection. And you can see if you go underneath um, the select here, select mask and refine mask is not in here. That's because they just put it in the mask itself. So this woman is obviously masked. Okay, she is, if I was going to eliminate the mask by holding down on the Option key and clicking Disable Mask, you can see that's what she looks like, right like that. Okay, so I'm going to hold down the Option key again and click to enable the mask, and there she is. And you can see it's, it's a little rough around the edges here. Hair is notoriously hard to mask, and you just got to be patient. And there are a few tricks up my sleeve, which you guys will learn in more advanced situations. But, okay, so what I do to refine these masks is just double click on the mask, and up pops this thing. Which allows you to edit the mask. The nice thing about it is you have all these choices for the view. You can do this kind of amber lithy looking background, which is what traditional printers used to have to deal with when they would mask out things so that they can combine colors. That's an entirely different topic. I could put her on white to make her look, it's supposed to be on white, doesn't look like it. It is white, it just has a very low opacity. I could put her on black, white on black, so I can see the mask through here. I usually don't like that on the layer itself, and then mess with it. Onion skin it, marching ants, I usually do it either on black, if she was blonde, I would use on black, or on white, and that's what I would do in this case. And then I might crank up the opacity of it a little bit to see less of the background, and maybe not. Anyway, and then you go through here, and it's much better than it was. Click on Smart Radius. Everything needs to be a little bit done, just a little bit. If it's way too much, you can mess with it, but it'll really kind of screw it up. So, well, that didn't look bad. Also, be patient, because your computer's working hard to do this. Sometimes you'll move it and nothing happens. Wait a bit, okay, and it will figure it out. Okay, make sure the Smart Radius is on for the edge detection. Global refinements, a little bit of smoothing, because in here it's a little jagged. You know how it can look like you cut it out with a pair of scissors or a knife. That's not what you want. So you want it a little smoother. We're getting better. It's getting there. Little bit of feather, tiny little bit. Feathering just softens the edge a little bit. It just blends it in. That's what it does. Contrast, I'm not sure we're going to need this, but you guys just play with it. And sometimes the mask will be stronger on one side than the other, and that's when you can shift the edge. And we hit OK. Okay, so if I was to look at this after I okayed it, if I do an undo, here, let's see if we can see the difference. Undo and redo. Undo, very subtle, redo. Not much. You can see it still looks like she got cut out a little bit, so I would go in there and work it, but it's a lot better than it was. Okay, that's it for now, guys.